Hi, my name is Maddie. This is my handler Savannah Miller, and we're using Snoopy today, and I'll be demonstrating bandaging. Bandaging is really good to practice because you may be able to potentially cord your horse if done incorrectly. Today I'll be applying different varieties of wraps. I'll be applying a standing wrap, a wound wrap, a stack wrap, and a hoof wrap. When applying a standing wound or a stack wrap, you either use a quilt or a pillow and a track wrap. When applying a stack wrap, you'll use 2 quilts or 2 pillows with 2 track wraps. Now, when applying a wound, standing, or a stack wrap, you'll need to ask the instructor who you are working for or a string instructor what way they would like you to wrap the leg, because it does not matter, but people do have preferences on how they like their legs wrapped. Now I'll be applying a standing wrap. A standing wrap can be used if your horse is stocked up, and it will help the inflammation go down. Now, I'm going to be applying the standing wrap to his back leg, so just making sure he knows I'm here. Going from inside out. Making sure my wrap is nice and smooth with even pressure all the way around. Locking my track wrap in underneath my pillow. Even lines with not too much tension. Working my way down and then back up again. And there you have a standing wrap. I'm going to be applying my wound care bandage. So, if you were to have a wound on the front of his cannon bone, I would take a telfa pad and the ointment that I needed to, which could be nitrofurazin or silvidine cream. But for today, I'm just going to use Vaseline as a demonstration. I'm going to take the telfa pad, put it into the ointment, and then I'm going to stick the telfa pad on his injury. Now, after I have the telfa pad on his injury, I'm going to use roll gauze and apply it like I would a wrap or a polo. Making sure there's not too much tension, nice, even lines. Now I'm going to take my scissors and the nice thing about this gauze is it will kind of stick to itself, just like that. And then I'm going to take my standing wrap and apply it over my telfa and gauze. Now, making sure that my wrap is nice and smooth. Manipulating it so that there's no creases or bumps. Then I'm going to take my track wrap and stick it underneath the pillow wrap just a little bit so it really locks itself in there. And at the same time, manipulating my wrap so I have nice, even, and smooth lines. Not putting too much tension on the wrap, but just enough so that it's snug and won't slip. And then working my way back up, making sure there's no lumps or creases. And there you have a wound and a standing wrap. Now I'll be demonstrating how to do a stack wrap. The stack wrap is used for a wound on the upper part of their leg. The first part of doing a stack wrap is the anchor. The anchor is what's going to hold the upper part up. So I'm just going to apply this like I would a standing wrap. Really making sure that every layer is smooth and that I can manipulate the wrap just a little bit. Now I put the track wrap underneath the pillow wrap so it kind of locks it in just a little bit better. Now really manipulating the wrap so I don't get any wrinkles and going over smooth, even parts. And not pulling too tight to put too much tension on the wrap. Now I will be applying the upper part of the stack wrap to the anchor. So just like I did with the anchor, I'm gonna just stack it right on top, making sure it doesn't overlap. And really making sure everything is smooth and even. And just like I did with the anchor, I'm gonna put it into the wrap just to kind of lock the track wrap in just a little bit better. Wrap it with smooth, even parts. And now with this, I'm gonna go down over the crease and then back up. Before I put the elasticon on, I'm gonna put masking tape over the Velcro just to ensure that it doesn't come off because their upper leg is so thick. So when I do put the masking tape on, I'm gonna do it in a spiral way so that he doesn't get corded. So I'll put one layer and then I'll slowly spiral it down, making making sure that there's no wrinkles, and I'm not putting tension on the tape. Now, same thing with the elasticon. I'm going to put it on the top of the stack wrap to help keep it up, but when I put the elasticon on the stack wrap, I'm going to put half on the wrap and half on his leg. I'm going to kind of pull it off first so that when I do put it on, I'm not going to put too much tension on the elasticon. Just bring it around, trying to keep as many wrinkles out of the elasticon as I can. And then I'll just cut it. And then I'll do the bottom of the stack wrap as well. And the same thing, half on the foot, half on the wrap. This will help keep all shavings or dust out of the stack wrap. Same thing, kind of pulling it out first before I put it on so I don't put too much tension on the elasticon. I'm going to be demonstrating how to put a polo on. A polo is not used for support, but maybe just for any interference from a hind leg to a front leg or a front leg to a front leg. So when I apply the polo wrap, I'm going to do it just like I did the stack wrap and working my way down with nice, even wraps. Not going too far down and then working my way back up. Making sure that there's no wrinkles. There's the polo. When using a hoof bandage, you'll have to use duct tape for the exterior. So what I like to do is I like to tear apart about 8 pieces of duct tape, about 2 hands long. And I like to stick it to a nice flat surface that I can easily rip it off of. Overlapping them so that they stick together. And then once I have those 4, I'll do another set of 4 next to it. Then I'll take this strip of 4 and apply it right into the middle of the other 4 so that I'll have a nice X and a nice surface area for Snoopy's foot. And I can always cut it down if it's too big. The final wrap I'll be demonstrating is the hoof wrap. The hoof wrap can be used if your horse loses a shoe or has an abscess and doesn't have a shoe. If your horse has an abscess, you can use the telfa pad and put ichthymol on it to help draw out that abscess. When applying the hoof wrap, make sure you have all the materials because once you start, you can't put it down. So, if I were to apply the hoof wrap and you were to have the abscess, I would have the telfa pad ready with the ichthymol on it, and I would apply the ichthymol telfa pad to the hoof. Then, I'll take the diaper and put it over his foot. And this just helps secure the telfa pad in there and give support to his foot so he doesn't tear it up. Just like that, nice and flat. Then I will take my vet wrap. Once I put the vet wrap on, I don't want to see any of the diaper on the bottom of his hoof. And trying to make sure I'm aware of where I'm putting the vet wrap so it doesn't get too high on the cornet band. And now, as you can see, it's nice and flat and you can't see the diaper. Now this is where I'm going to apply the duct tape. The duct tape helps so that when he puts his foot down and walks around, he doesn't burn through the vet wrap and the diaper as fast. So then putting his foot in nice and flat just like that, making sure it's all covered. Now, when I put his foot down, if the vet wrap or the diaper are sticking up too much, I can cut it. And then with my extra pieces of duct tape I have, I'm just going to apply it around the hoof just to help keep it all on. Now since the duct tape is a little high up here, I'm just gonna cut it so it doesn't get on his skin and rip any more hair off. Just like that. Now just like what I did with the back of his hoof, I'm gonna cut this down so it's not too high up and putting any pressure on the cornet band. That way it's not on his hair and is irritating his skin. Thanks for watching my bandaging video with me and Snoopy.